would never talk about my day-to-day problems with my partner. In my eyes, I need to be seen as the
leader,
the carer in the
We're going back to like how, so we're going back to like traditional thinking now of like how men are supposed to be the alphas and they're supposed to be the leaders and all that.
I do think it's true.
You think it's true?
I think it's true.
How could it be true though?
Don't ask me how I feel.
You just said you think it's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, why do guys get jealous when the woman or the girlfriend go out?
They get jealous
partner,
because,
sorry.
number one, they're probably insecure in themselves. Number two, they're insecure in the relationship.
The problem is, a lot of people don't, it's not the partner they don't trust, it's the other men they don't
That's what
trust.
I'm
It's the
saying.
single
Yeah,
man that's
of
out
course.
there they
They
don't
trust
trust.
themselves, you know. Because if you're already reflecting that onto your partner, it's you don't trust yourself. Because you're thinking like, if I was
I'm in that
there,
situation,
you know what I mean? That's what it could be down to
It's hard though,
themselves,
'cause I
right?
feel like you have to have like 100% trust in someone. You can trust someone almost all the way, but if you don't trust them entirely, then it's going to be difficult. You're going to have those doubts. Like,
What is it? Why they wouldn't trust their partner or their girlfriend or the woman they're
I think
seeing?
it's situational because you wouldn't worry if she's going to the shops or something, but it's because of the environment. You know the environment they're going into.
But she still could cheat at the shops though.
But you don't feel,
No,
you don't feel like that's as likely an issue. You don't feel like that many people are going to approach her. That many.
I hear it. I feel like I got such a strong opinion on it because when I was the ages of 13 to 17, I was that guy who was very insecure and very like, you're going to town. Wait, hold on. And you cause an argument. Like I've done that. I've been immature. Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously now I'm 25, turning 26. Like I'm mature. I've grown. I'm not that kid no more. Does that make sense? And I feel like a lot of men don't outgrow that because they're too busy doing drugs, drinking too much. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're so insecure within themselves that it reflects in their relationship. And a lot of men need to grow up, man. Serious. What traits in a relationship can make your relationship stay healthy?
Honesty, being transparent, respect, loyalty, morals,
Communication.
Setting
Setting boundaries.
You'd understand the boundaries, right? Because like you're building, as I was saying about as you build together, you're already understanding your boundaries. You're already understanding how you need to communicate. You know, you gotta know yourself first. Do you know what I mean?
He's a bit younger, so he's a bit younger than us.
Yeah,
so.
my life is work, home, training.
Who broke your hat?
No one broke my hat.
I think it's just little things, little baby steps with like insecurities within women and men. It's about, you've got to talk about them, what it is. It might be embarrassing for a man.
So on that, you said about it being embarrassing for men, about talking about the insecurities. Why do you think that is?
Social media.
Just social media?
I think it's like, I don't know.
So you've got toxic masculinity.
You're brought up to be like independent now.
So you're talking about toxic masculinity now, right? Yeah. So that's like been around for ages. So what do men don't do which would help them get over their insecurities or get through their insecurities?
I don't think there's anything.
They don't communicate. You can't talk about being soft, or it depends on where you've been brought up as well. Where you grew up, and then you crying, and then you get told men don't cry.
There's a thin line between talking about our emotions and maybe our problems and unloading all of our problems on maybe women, let's say, to make them stay. Because some men do that, right? Some men be like, they emotionally abuse?
Emotional control.
Or whatever it is. So that's one aspect of it. Men are probably scared that it's going to be thrown in their face. Yeah. Does that make sense? So in a way
it does, but what's there to be scared of?
I think it's control. Like, I don't.
What as a man, what are you to be scared of?
It's down to that person. It's down to the individual. I think because me personally, right or wrong, I would never talk about my emotions or not emotions. I would never talk about my day-to-day problems with my partner, just because, in my eyes, I need to be seen as the leader, the carer in the relationship.
Going back to like how, so we're going back to like traditional thinking now of like how men are supposed to be the alphas and they're supposed to be the leaders and all that.
I do think it's true.
You think it's true?
I think it's true.
How can it be true though?
Don't ask me how I feel.
You just said you think it's true.
I don't know.
It's true.
Just like him, like I would never open up. Obviously, it depends, but it's rare for me to open up about my emotions with people. Got all my problems because I think they're my problems. I need to deal with it, not everybody else. So like I just keep it to myself, and I will obviously I would never say It's rarely I would say to someone, "All right, I'm going through this, and this has been happening," and like I need help. But more time I just keep it to myself. I'll be like, alright, I need to find a way to deal with it myself.
I might ask my
So,
mate.
just on that one then, right? So even though you've identified that you might need help,
Yeah.
you still wouldn't go for help?
Not to my
not
partner,
the-
to my brethren, I might.
Yeah, to my
partner.
close friends, I might.
Okay. So we're a bit just men talking then.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
it don't matter who
I can
to.
talk. I feel like I've
Why would you
learned
go
how
to
to
our
talk.
partner then? So.
Because I'm the man.
Stress on
Yeah,
that.
you know what I'm
I can't chat to my. I can't tell my girl, babe, I'm struggling.
Why?
Because like.
Why can't you at the same?
I feel like they
Well,
don't.
listen,
as
why
much-
can't
as
you be the
much-
man?
Yeah.
At the same time, keep her safe.
Yeah.
And do whatever you gotta
Do
do.
you know what?
But at the same time, show your emotions. So how are you
Because-
feeling? I'm feeling like
because-
this today. I had this today. Didn't work. I don't. But you still could be the man. You still could be the safe.
I think
You
it's
still-
difficult though, because
Well,
like
you still
if you
provided for your
if
family.
you think
you're
someone
still
relies
working,
on you and
but
then
why can't
you
show
then
your
show yourself
emotions
as
to-
vulnerable, how do they
What-
then rely on you
What
as much?
scares you showing your emotion to your partner?
Because you're saying that a man's supposed to be all these things, but it's traditional thinking. You're talking about how you've been programmed. You're
I
not
think
thinking about.
I think I've got a lot of that from like. I think a lot of us, we've had single mothers bring us up. So I'm in the position where my mum's got all this stress, she's got all these problems. I don't want to put problems in her. I feel like I'm the man.
Yeah.
I
She's
have to-
already led you. Do you know what I mean? So you're
Yeah.
saying as a man, you're the leader. So would you look as a leader of a woman or a man?
I don't know. I feel.
You're trying to trick us. You're trying to make us
No,
say
I'm
something.
asking you a question because the way you're coming across, you can be a leader.
No, I'm just saying, women are saying it.
I don't like the methodology behind it. I think it's just how you've been programmed into thinking that a man is supposed to be all these things, and this is a key part of why men's masculinity and toxic masculinity is so rife. Because men have told all these things, you're put under all this pressure, but you're supposed to do this, you have to do that, you're not allowed to talk about this, you're not allowed to show emotion, you've got to be the man. All this is pure insecurities. And that toxicity is like, that's what's running through generation.
But do you
There has to
think-
be a change somewhere.
Do you think, like I say, people disagree with me again, do you think that that's just the world going soft? Because we used to hunt mammoths, you know.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm serious now, I'm being serious. we used to hunt mammoths, you know.
Like,
Like,
you go back
now
You're
we
a
used
bit
to hunt
emotional,
mammoths.
but when you think of it, what we're talking about is just emotion. So men do not, we know, proven that men do not speak about their emotions.
No, we don't. We don't,
And
but
that's what I wanted to say. But they need to, because otherwise, all the stuff we're
but
talking
like
about
I
in
say,
this,
I can talk to my male friends, but I
You
would
can.
never talk to
But
my
do you
female
think?
friends.
Do you think not talking to your your partner? Do you think that makes your relationship toxic in the end?
yeah,
Just keeping it all in, and then in the end you probably take out to your partner because
you did say communication is key, right?
No, boundaries.
Well, don't
Nah, I
sound
hear
like
that, nah, I hear what you're saying.